Swinging flies for trout with double-handed rods while spey casting skagit lines is not what one would typically associate with New Zealand's South Island winter. But that is precisely what Simon thought of when I suggested a trip to catch some monster canal trout in the Mackenzie hydro canals.
To me, going down and fishing the canals and getting a big trout sounded really cool, but there were some big rivers down there and I wanted to swing.
Swinging is his favourite thing pretty much. He loves the swinging.
So plans were made and we set off on a plane to Christchurch. We picked up our little blue rental car at the airport and were soon on the road.
4.5, 5 hour drive, yeah. Well, the scenery, once you get into that scenery, is beautiful. Mountain ranges all around. Once we got through the pass we needed to go through,
which was quite interesting,
started snowing. And a little Toyota Yaris, it's the snow banked up on the sides. They had a big snow a couple of days before, and then we saw snow falling, and it's like, wow, okay.
Stunning, the mountains,
beautiful.
The background. Just absolutely such a different experience from what we see in the North Island. So that's pretty cool.
And that cold, feeling that cold radiating through, crisp and beautiful.
The first day only allowed us a brief session before daylight would run out, and we still had to work out how to get to the river.
This is not the river, this is the side channel. We got to figure our way out to the main river. 2 rainbows right there. So they're opposite. Simon, we just spotted a couple of fish and Simon's just going to have a swing. That should have... Ooh, one's chasing it. One chased it. There's at least 3 fish. Just not too far across. Yeah, that's good. That's going to line the first fish though, but it will get the back ones. Oh, that chased it. He chased it. He looked at that. Ooh. Exciting stuff. Right, it's going to be my first view of the river very shortly. Nice, big water.
The river was big, bigger than anything either of us have ever fished. The swift and heavy flow had us struggling, and we weren't sure if we were in the right spot. We would later find out that we really weren't. Still, after moving around a bit to find better water, Simon soon had a tug on the line.
First fish?
First fish, there we go.
Cool.
Not the size we wanted, but it was fish on board. And then not long after that you got another one.
Oh, you got 2 now, small ones.
Good to have. Oh, tiny.
A little one. Cute little fish. Ooh. They're getting smaller, Simon, not bigger.
Oh, at least 2 on the board.
Yeah, that's true. I've got the 0.
Leave the Tongariro when it's firing and big fish everywhere. It's beautiful.
Fish the South Island in freezing conditions, but it is rather stunning. Just got to look over there and it's just stunning, isn't it?
Absolutely. And then I got a nice, slightly harder take and didn't connect, but there were fish there.
And that was to be the final fish for the day. We settled into our accommodation for a meal and some fly tying, before hitting the sack after a long day. The following morning dawned frosty and clear. It was going to be a great day, and this time we would have some local knowledge to help us. Fraser was on his way, and he would meet us at the spot to show us around.
I'm April Vokey, and you are listening to Anchored.
It's one of those great things about the internet. Me and Fraser had met, so to speak, on the fishing.net.nz Saltwater Fly Flingers forum, and finally had the chance to meet in person, doing what we love, fly fishing. We arrived eager and early, ending up in the wrong place again. The water looked great anyway, so we were away and swinging. Simon was soon into a fish.
Little one.
Very good little one.
There we go. Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. First bite.
up. I knew there'd be fish in there.
Awesome. So what was the fly?
So that was my little munchkin pattern. Little front fly, tube fly.
Bigger than the day before and very rewarding. That's the thing with swinging flies. You tend to remember each fish you hook, especially when you work for them. Things were looking up and it felt like any swing could produce that monster. The next tug came eventually.
Yeah, getting fish, that's good. Let me grab that net for you. Nice. You're getting them though.
Yeah, you can have a few tugs.
Alright, so what's been the trick? Oh, what's been happening? That fly seems to be working.
I changed up a couple of times and I just changed to a black and purple intruder.
Black and purple intruder?
You can have a look at that in the water. You see that?
Alas, not the monster we had hoped for, but the fish were taking flies. Well, Simon's flies at least, not mine. I had not even had a tug at this point.
We were saying like, you know...
Fraser arrived and we moved to another spot where the water looked amazing. It was a sure thing, just a matter of how big the monster would be. Simon, Fraser and I swung through all the prime water without a touch. It was clear Murphy had it in for us. It was all too good to be true, it seemed. Finally, in the tail of the run, Simon's rod had a bend.
Oh, he's in! Nice! I didn't even see that happen, that's awesome. Yeah, I thought you were winding in to change your fly and then you said, oh, bang.
Yeah, nice colours on him.
Nice. Fraser, if you wouldn't mind grabbing the net there for Simon. Nice.
Not lying, they get bigger, honestly.
Just to feel that touch, you know, that big wind on them.
Oh yeah.
Shag?
Shag.
Eel. That's an eel from underneath.
Yeah, that's probably an eel, isn't it?
Eel bite.
Alright. That way.
Cool.
Alright.
What's a fish?
Awesome.
No problem, bro.
Oh yeah, cool. And look at that backdrop you chose for it too.
Oh, you're not a bad backdrop for a fish.
The fish were getting bigger and we were hopeful something would happen soon. There was some excitement with a sighted fish that chased my fly and gave it a brief tug, but that was to be it for me. We still had an amazing day on the water and it was awesome to finally meet Fraser. Plans were made for another potential catch-up before we returned to Auckland. We said our goodbyes and made our way back to our accommodation to settle in for the night with another good meal and some fly tying. Morning broke, and we were keen to get on board with some bigger fish as we set off to a new spot with our little blue rental.
Ready to swing.
Well, this is our final morning on this river swinging before we are going to be moving somewhere else to go and do some monster canal fishing, but hopefully we can get a good fish this morning, a nice solid fish. What we're eluding us, Simon's been getting quite a few fish, but this is not one of those big ones, so hopefully we get some big fish today and hopefully I can get one. I've been doing a lot of filming, so I've not been doing that much fishing, but yeah, hopefully I can get one. It'll be cool.
A gusty downstream wind made casting difficult, but it wasn't long before Simon had the first tug.
I thought it was on. The drag started. I went a bit early.
It's just that jittery coffee excitement, eh?
Yeah. Cocaine.
But things appeared very promising apart from the wind, and Simon had another tug before I jumped in behind him and swung down the run. Each swing felt like it would be the one, but it just didn't come. Right at the end of the run, with my GoPro turned off, as Murphy would have it, the tug finally came.
Okay. I'm on. Oh, I hope it stays on. I hope it stays on.
Johan's got a fish on the swing.
I'll bring it downstream head first. Oh, lively. Yes! Oh my god.
Johan!
Finally a fish that feels very, very good.
After me pulling the hook on mine.
Oh, awesome.
This was my first fish for the trip, and while not particularly big, will live in my memory for a long time, as every fish on the swing does. Not only did I work hard for this fish, but it was part of an amazing adventure exploring a new part of the country. That's the sort of thing that makes for lasting memories.
Johan with a fish on the swing.
Finally, that's awesome. Nice rainbow, very happy about that, that's awesome.
We swung a bit further down, but we were acutely aware of approaching bad weather, and we needed to get to the canals where we were going to chase some monster trout for a couple of days before coming back to catch up with Fraser and get a few monsters on the swing.
Lake Oho Village in the Mackenzie Basin is completely cut off after severe flooding washed this bridge away, leaving many holidaymakers stranded.
They are big, big fish.
We got stuck in Twizel chasing monster trout for a few days instead of being able to make it back to catch up with Fraser. But that's a whole nother adventure on its own. Continue following along with our adventures by watching this video next. You'll love it if you've enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.